Hi traders, this is Forex Nelson and I'm back again today with another 7 trades. Today's date is September the 1st and I am using my new FX trigger system. Keep in mind that if you pick up my FX trigger system, I'm going to show you how you can get your hands on this trading simulator. It's an app for the MT4 platform. It does not work on the MT5 platform. Keep that in mind. Now this is a great app if you want to speed up your learning curve from years, knock it down to just a few weeks or months. I highly recommend you get your hands on this trading simulator. You can practice 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I just use it on the weekend when the market is closed. I do it 8 hours every weekend. This is what I'm doing on the weekend. I'm practicing every weekend, and that is why my account is growing like crazy. Now it has many features that you can apply when using it. It does come with a 25-page ebook. All I use it for is just buying and selling and managing the trade, but it does a lot more. They do give you, the app gives you $10,000 play money, demo money, same thing, and usually within the hour I can double the account, as you see here. It's over 10,000 by the time I closed out these last 2 trades. So anyhow, if you are interested in this trading simulator, just get in contact with me. Okay, moving right along. Now before I get into these trades, and I do repeat this at the beginning of every video, because this is the #1 most important things that you have to understand. Every new trader fails to realize this, and that is why there's 95% failure rate. So, I would like to inform you that all trading systems will work less than 50% of the time, and that includes all my trigger systems. It took me 8 years and over 700 trading systems to learn that. Now to get that up to 80 or 90% success rate, you'll have to learn how to trade the flow of the market, which is what I teach. You'll also have to learn trade management and money management. To be successful in trading, all you need is a lot of chart time, a lot of demo trading, and a lot of education. I provide the education. You must buy the education and then do the homework, or you will fail at trading. Now you don't have to do what I did, which I was buying education every week. But I highly recommend, until you find success, pick some kind of style or system, and there's really only 2 of them. It's either with indicators and no indicators. Some traders will call that naked trading, which, by the way, I can trade both ways. And once you decide which way you want to trade, then you really should be buying education at least every second month. In other words, if you've gone the past year or 2 years without buying education, well, you don't have to wonder why you are still failing. If you don't buy education, you will fail. And you have to keep buying until you see the light at the end of the tunnel. Now let's see. I highly suggest putting in more than 1 trade at a time, as no one knows which pair will move the greatest number of pips. That is why I place 3 or more trades at a time. And then of course, after I do a bunch of trades, you just have to manage the trades and let the winners run for a little bit more. And of course, you got to cut your losers short. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. This will encourage me to do more of these videos. If you leave your name and email address, I'll put you on my email list for free weekly trading tips. So now we can get into these trades. The first trade, I took all these trades close to 7:30, 7:21. You can see the time in here. This is the time I like to be trading. Now it doesn't have to be exactly this time. It could be any time after 6 o'clock in the morning, for me anyhow, as I am sleeping in this time. Obviously, London is great, and then you get the overflow into the New York. So I catch the overflow. And that's when both markets is open, and that's when it's moving the most number of pips. Try to get into trade between 6 and 8, and then any time after that, hopefully between 9 and 10, after I've been managing the trades, I like to be out of the trades and done trading for the day. As you can see today, around 8:40 to 49, I close them all out. Basically, all I do is I look at the total, and when I have a feeling I'm around 100 pips or more, and I'm pretty sure today it's going to be more, a lot more than 100 pips, I just close out the trades and done trading for the day. It's only 9 o'clock in the morning, 5 after 9 actually, and when most people are starting their day job, I am done. So that leaves me the rest of the day to do anything that I please. I remember many years ago, I got into this trading because I wanted to work only a few hours a day and be able to take days off and travel and do whatever I feel like. Now there's a huge learning curve. You're not going to learn this in a couple of months, and you are going to spend a lot more than $250. So you must be ready for that concept if you truly want to become a successful trader. Time and money. Those two things you have to have, along with a lot of education. Don't forget that. So let's go through these pairs. Now keep in mind, this one was the only one, if I remember correctly, was a bit of a question mark, as the system is saying to sell, but remember, you must drill down the lights from the higher time frames and make a trading decision and go in the direction of the trend. So in this pound CAD, the trend is definitely up. So I jumped the gun a little bit. I could have waited for the next cycle, but I knew the most it would come down to is down here. And I could actually live with that, which is only 25 pips. But I took the trade here, and I closed out the trade, looks like with 10 pips. And those 10 pips on the pound CAD paid $794. Moving on to the futures. I did two of them, NASDAQ and crude oil. These are the ones that I look at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep in mind that crude oil and gold and the NASDAQ, that's why I have them in order here. These three move a lot and pay the most. Pip-wise, tick-wise, whatever you want to call it. The other ones will pay out quite well also, but not quite as much. Okay, so let's see now. Crude oil. System was saying sell from way back here. So that's exactly what I did. Took the trade right here, exactly the way I teach in the training videos. I drilled down the lights. Very easy to make a trading decision. Wait for the pullback. Stop was pretty small. Well, 13 pips. Didn't kill me one way or the other. Should have stayed in the trade for more, but that would have paid a lot. Because if this amount pays 1,000 for 10 pips, can you imagine what you're going to get with 85? That would be over $8,000. But I'm not super greedy. I'm happy with 100 or more pips a day. So, and by the way, for you traders who like to get a lot more pips, I have 2 excellent videos called How to Stay in the Trade for More Pips. Matter of fact, it still does not tell me to close the trade. So I ended up with 10 pips, and 10 pips on crude oil paid $1,000. Moving right along, Euro New Zealand. Let's drag and drop it up and talk about it. Got in at this cursor, system was saying to buy, qualified for a great way to trade. So that's exactly what I did. I bought it. Now it went against me. Looks like 7 pips. And I closed out the trade with 15. And those 15 pips on Euro New Zealand paid $1,057. Okay, dollar CAD. I look at this pair every day as I am from Canada. So system was saying to sell from back here. That's exactly what I did. Let's see where I got in first of all. I was looking for the cursors. Here it is right here. As soon as, well, I was sleeping at this time. And that's why I made these boxes. This is Asian, and it's not maxed out for the full 8 hours. This is London. Same thing, not maxed out to, it would go to 11 o'clock, which is way over here. I stopped it here because the most important box for me is this one, as I'm trading from 6 in the morning until whenever I'm done trading for the day. So let's see now. Took the trade here. Stop wasn't that much. It was only 7 pips. Went against me 6. Well, I tightened it up. It was on the other side of the goal line. So at one point it was 12 pips. And I closed out the trade just being happy with, looks like 15 pips. And 15 pips on the dollar CAD paid $1,192. Let's move on to the pound New Zealand. I like to point out these pound pairs move a lot, and a lot of traders freak out when they start moving. They love it when it's going in their favor, but it's going against you. Well, you don't love it so much. And if you freak out with the pound pairs, well, oil, gold, and this NASDAQ, you're going to freak out 2 times more. It just, those future pairs, boy, you want to make sure you're on the right side of the trade. If not, well, you're going to be crying the blues. Pound New Zealand. System, well, let's drag and drop it up first. Rate, where the arrow is here, that's where I got in. Cursor, stop, well, it looks like it's right here. So anyhow, never even came close to it. And like I said, these pound pairs, they move. Ended up with 30 pips. Qualified for a great way to trade. Have lots of blue boxes in the top right corner. So, not a big decision to make. Simple, easy. Pull the trigger and then close it with 30 pips. And those 30 pips on the pound New Zealand paid $2,113. Okay, pound dollar. Another pound pair. System was saying to buy from way back here. Lots of blue boxes. Let's see where I got in at. Was going sideways, but I knew after I drilled down the lights from the higher time frames, I knew it was going to go up. There's my stop, 6 pips, and almost hit the ADR up there, which is about 40 pips. But I closed it out, looks like, with 29 pips, and those 29 pips on the pound dollar paid $2,900. Finally, to the last trade, the NASDAQ. I love trading this pair. Trader pointed me in this direction. He said I would be very happy if I traded it, and he is correct. Gold and crude oil pays $10 a pip, and NASDAQ pays $20 a pip. So twice the pips and twice the profits, providing you are going in the right direction. So, right direction is very clear. We're buying blue boxes. And I knew that it should go up at least to the top resistance. And don't forget, I drilled down the light, so I knew I was going in the right direction. Stop was 11 pips. And I ended up with 22 pips. 22 pips paid $4,340. Remember, less pips, more profit. I like that ratio. Remember, only trade this pair once you become a good trader. So another great day of trading for the beginning of the new month. Pip total today was well over 100 pips. I ended up with 131 pips, and those 131 pips paid $13,397. So if your system is not producing on a daily basis, like my FX trigger system, I suggest you get your hands on it. And to do so, all you have to do is look right below this video. You'll see this right up. FX trigger system. I do charge $250 for it. I teach how to trade the flow of the market. And by the way, you know, I do have my top, let's go with 5 trigger systems. I've been working on 3 other ones for the past 4 months. And I've just completed it. And coming out tomorrow, just to let you know, should be tomorrow unless something really ties me up. But I'm coming out with a system called Super Trader. So it's by far the best one that I've made this year. Well, over the past 10 years, to be honest with you. But keep an eye for that. That'll be the Super Trader tomorrow morning, hopefully, unless something happens. But anyhow, now I teach how to trade the flow of the market here, as I have to move on. Time is running out. So if you don't learn how to trade the flow of the market, you'll never succeed at trading. My FX trigger system has over 4 gigabytes of training, and you'll get an exact copy of my system on your MT4 platform. Now it comes with 5 MT4 templates, 12 custom indicators, and my favorite meter. I threw in a lot of PDF books, a lot of Word documents, and 9 bonus videos. This is what you're going to need to succeed at trading. Now there's a lot of ways to trade, and I do teach a lot of ways to trade. I remember spending a lot more money for a lot less education. You're getting a tremendous amount of education. And remember, the more ways that you learn how to trade, the more successful as a trader you will become. That's why I made 43 training videos, and the last one is called How to Backtest Using the Trading Simulator. It's about 50 minutes long, and it's packed with a lot of tips and tricks that should really improve your trading skills. Now, running short of time, I have to wrap up this video, so please put this video on pause. If you have any questions at all, just pick up the phone and call me. Here's my number. If you live too far, just send me an email. Here's my email address. Now, I do prefer Skype. Made it easy for you. All you got to do is click on this link, and we'll have Skype connection, and through Skype screen sharing, I'll give you a free session and answer your questions, and I'll give you a bunch of tips and tricks. Keep in mind, there is no obligation to you. Now, if you click on this link, you'll see 34 screenshots of all the trigger systems I've been building over the years. So it's just about time to wrap up this video, and I'll repeat it one more time. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So until the next trading day, Happy trading, and remember to keep yourself and your family safe. Okay, bye for now.